Woo! Damn, it's good to be back. Welcome back, y'all. Back to Clown Questions, the show where there are no dumb questions. I'm your host, Matt K. Maurer, and yeah, I've been lacking. I haven't had an episode in quite some time. Feels like it's been a year. I think it's been, 3 weeks, something like that. So, of course, when I miss a show, that means you get a mega show. So today will be mega show number 5. Lots of good questions, lots of housekeeping and cleanup, but I'll do my top 20 Goosebump moments of the weeks, and I'll do first year interruption with Giannis Antetokounmpo game of the week. Some good stuff coming up for y'all. And I forgot, I always open the show with my first question. My first question is, who is the Big Amish? I'll answer that in addition to some other questions, or at least I'll attempt to on this edition of Clown Questions. Who's down to clown?
That's a clown question, bro.
So who is the Big Amish? I do live in Wisconsin, so there is an Amish population here. I don't know any Amish people personally, so I don't know if the big Amish, the big Amish, probably no one knows that. It's probably because Amish people aren't on social media. So the biggest Amish we probably don't know, but the Big Amish, the one that we do know, plays for the Oakland Athletics. He is a rookie, and he just had one hell of a night. He had 4 home runs in the same game, in addition to some other feats I'll get into. I'm kind of filibustering here because I'm afraid to say the Big Amish's real name. His name is, and I swear this is his real name, his name is Nick Kurtz. I hope the space, I hope you guys could hear the space in there. If your radio jumbled those two words together, I could be in some trouble. But yes, his name is Nick the Big Amish Kurtz. That's what I'm just going to call him the Big Amish because I'm afraid to say his name, similar to how I'm kind of afraid to say Jackson Smith and Jigba's name, although I said that one fine with no problem. But Nick Kurtz, it's just a little too close, bro. A little too close. So I won't be saying his name, but I will be talking about the Big Amish, who had 4 home runs last night, most home runs in athletics history in a single game. A franchise that dates back to 1901, so quite a feat from him. But that's a record, regardless of if he's a rookie or not. And he had some other records set, not rookie records, just all-time baseball records. Last year, I talked about Shohei Ohtani perhaps having the greatest day in baseball history. I'll probably still put that one number 1, but this game from the Big Amish last night might be right there. I'd probably put it at number 2, because never in baseball's 150-year history has a player finished a game with at least 6 hits, 6 runs, and 8 RBIs until Nick Kurtz did it yesterday. His 19 total bases in the game tied Sean Green's single game record, and Kurtz had 1 more RBI than that. So there is genuinely an argument that it could be the best game ever. Shout out Jeff Passan for those stats there. Or Passan. I think it's Jeff Passan, excuse me. But yeah, that's who the Big Amish is. He has arrived. He's a rookie, but he's playing like a veteran. All he does is hit dingers. And yeah, the Big Amish, this is his celebration. He likes to churn butter. I think that's an appropriate celebration there. But yeah, I was wondering, why do they call him the Big Amish? Is he Amish? It's obviously probably not. But no, apparently he's called the Big Amish because he's from Lancaster, Pennsylvania, which apparently has a large Amish population. But yeah, congrats to Nick, the Big Amish Kurtz, on one of the greatest days in baseball history. And yeah, that's all I got to say about that. In other baseball news, the Arizona Diamondbacks traded their first baseman, Josh Naylor, to the Seattle Mariners. In return, they received left-hander Brandon Garcia and right-hander Ashton Izzy. I'm not going to pretend I know either of those guys, but I do know Josh Naylor. I know he's a big bat, and yeah, Seattle Mariners are going after him they're looking to contend this year. And of course, they have to be looking to contend this year because they have an MVP candidate in Cal Raleigh. So good trade for the Mariners. Probably good trade for the Diamondbacks, too, who we don't really think they're going to come from behind and catch the Dodgers. I mean, maybe a wild card spot, but looks like Arizona's looking more towards the future and getting some younger guys here and giving up their veteran and Josh Naylor. But yeah, that's the full trade there. Let's get into my next question, which I will be answering this entire mega show. Mega show number 5. I hate doing these because they're more work. I have more stuff to say. I have more stuff to compile, more highlights to make. So I really want to keep doing this every single week. I hope maybe this is the last mega show ever. Wouldn't that be great? No, I'll probably bring it back for fun at some point. But I hope this is the last week I miss a week in Clown Questions history. I'm probably jinxing myself by saying that. My brother always calls me the Jinx Master, which is fair because that Gary Trent Jr. game, Bucks versus Pacers, there's probably a minute or two left. I'm like, what are you worried about? The Bucks, this game's over. The Bucks won. They're up 9, and we all know what happened. The Indiana Pacers came back. But into my next question, which I'm going to be trying to answer this entire show, and I'll probably miss even more. But the question is, what did I miss? The answer is everything. I missed everything. 3 weeks. This is the longest hiatus I've had in between shows, unfortunately. But yeah, what did I miss? Everything. So I'm gonna be this show is gonna be a lot of rattling, a lot of housekeeping, just because I need to get it all off my chest. I need to I don't know. I don't need to address every single piece of news, but everyone that seems relevant for this show, I tried to get into. So here's some bullet points for you guys. Justin Fields has dislocated his toe. It was the second toe, the toe right next to the big toe on his right foot. We all saw that Justin Fields, if you got that notification before they knew it was a dislocated toe, you might have been like, oh, classic Jets, another injury for their quarterback. But I don't know, dislocated toe sounds painful as hell, but I don't think it's a long-term injury. I asked my brother, I'm like, is a dislocated toe, is that an issue? He's like, for a running quarterback? It's like, yeah, good point. Justin Fields is well known for being one of the best rushers in the NFL, especially from the quarterback position. So, yeah, not great, but could be worse for the Jets. It could have been, a dislocated ankle or something much worse. So, yeah, hoping Fields gets back and healthy. I'm not looking forward to watching Jets games, but I am looking forward to watching Justin Fields because he's a fun player to watch. Some more bullet points for what else did I miss. Free agent Marvin Bagley III agreed to a 1-year deal with the Washington Wizards. Back to basketball purgatory. He returns to the Wizards after playing in Washington for a year and then being traded this past deadline to Memphis. I don't know if anyone remembers that. Probably no one because it was a sweep blowout. But I feel like there was this one game in the playoffs, like Memphis against the Thunder, where Bagley was like perfect from the field. I think he was like, 10 of 10 at one point, and including like a half court shot. So good ad for the Wizards. I don't know what they're doing. I think they're in sports purgatory. They want a lottery pick, but the lottery keeps giving them pick 5. So they're just kind of stuck there. But maybe Marvin makes their team better, which makes them less likely to get a lottery pick. Still don't think they're making the playoffs. Yeah, that's what that is. Other things I missed, the New York Knicks, they hired 2-time NBA Coach of the Year Mike Brown. Glad to see Mike Brown getting hired after he was fired, I think, unceremoniously by the Kings last year. Good move for the Knicks there. Kind of funny to see there were so many teams that the Knicks reached out to and just got denied. They're like, you're not going to interview our coach just because you're the New York Knicks. Get out of here. Mike Brown, unemployed, no longer unemployed now. Speaking of no longer unemployed, 9-time All-Star Damian Lillard, he finalized a 3-year, $42 million contract to return to the Portland Trailblazers. Obviously, he probably won't play at all this year. I guess this deal includes a no trade clause and a player option in the final year of the deal. Yeah, sad to see him go from the Bucks, but they got that Achilles injury and they just moved on. They're like, it's not worth the money. We'll cut our losses here. We'll pay you 110 million so we don't have to pay the other 90 million or whatever was left on it. But I don't know. I guess I'm happy for Dame. Obviously probably had a lot of family, a lot of connections back in Portland. So yeah, he's 35 years old, probably nearing the end of his career, but kind of a full circle moment for him. I hope to see the Trailblazers in the playoffs soon. I don't think they're going to make it this year unless Lillard miraculously comes back mid-season, but he probably won't be ready until April or May, around when the playoffs are starting. Another thing I missed was Von Miller. He signed with the Commanders, 1-year deal worth $6.1 million. Great signing for the Commanders, great veteran presence. Their defense obviously got obliterated by the Eagles in the NFC Championship game. So, Miller obviously probably past his prime a bit, but still a great player. And not just his play, but his leadership, the kinds of, just from playing so long, he knows so many different, defensive concepts. I can't even put this in a smart way, but Von Miller would, and it's a smart ad for their defense there. Let's get into the next question. Also, not an ad for defense. Actually, there is an ad for defense here, but what are the Raiders doing? That's the next question. Well, the ad was Jamal Adams, Blitz Boy. Apparently he's affectionately known by. Oh, let's go. Just got a notification from my brew crew. Sal Frelick is leading off and playing right field today. He is back, coming off of that hamstring injury, back from the IL. The Brewers are crewing. I've said it before. I'll say it again. The Brewers are crewing. We won 11 in a row. 1 win away from George Webb's. 1 win away from free burgers at George Webb's. Tough loss there. I'm just going to say it. I kind of blamed myself at first, but then I saw ESPN Milwaukee, 2 bozos from ESPN Milwaukee took some lawn chairs and sent them up out front of George Webb's before the game and said, "We're waiting for our free burgers." It's like, well, you jinxed us. We lost. I don't even need to get into my Christian Yelich rant and ask Christian Yelich, why didn't you run after that drop third strike? Okay, I'm done. That's the Christian Yelich rant. Can't be mad. Brewers are, I believe, still in first place, like a game up on the Cubbies. So looking good this year. But back to the Raiders. They signed Blitz Boy Jamal Adams. Like that signing for their defense, but I don't like the loss for their defense. They released Christian Wilkins. He is 1 year removed from signing a 5-year, $110 million deal with them. And I don't know, kind of a puzzling move. He is dealing with a serious foot injury, but he's one of the best D tackles in the league, one of the best nose tackles in the league, whatever position you put him at. But apparently the foot injury is so serious that the Raiders are willing to leave $57 million on the table. He's still guaranteed $57.5 million in full. So they will have to pay him, at least $57 million. Apparently, looks like there might be somewhat of a legal battle over the remaining guaranteed money. So we'll have to see where the Raiders go with that. But I don't know. I guess the Raiders are trying to improve their defense. Is that what they're doing? I don't know. I guess they're getting another $50 million in salary cap by making this move, but. Yeah, just kind of a puzzling move in my opinion, but I don't know. I saw reports that they said Wilkins did not rehab properly, so I guess maybe he didn't. He's not coming back healthy, or at least as healthy as they were hoping from this foot injury. So yeah, they're gonna give him $57 million to cut him. Packers. Okay, see. This is where I want to see the foot. Well, I don't want to see. I'm not a foot guy. I don't want to see his feet, but I want to see how healthy his foot is because I would love to see him on the Packers. I don't know if you want to see some funny moments, look up Christian Wilkins mic'd up. He's the most like polite trash talker like ever. He's like, you're not gonna do that. I'm not scared of you. It's like hilarious trash talk from Wilkins, but yeah, not quite a hilarious foot injury from him, which cost him his job. But hey, 57 million, not a bad severance package there. Next question is, when am I going to think of some better transitions? No, actually, the next question is, who retired? We had a number of retirees in these past 3 weeks. The Honey Badger, shout out Tyrann Mathieu, one of my favorite players ever to watch. Just one of the more entertaining defensive players you'll ever see. Just a ball hawk. Great at intercepting the ball. Not quite the blitz boy that Jamal Adams is, but a great blitzer. Low-key could be in consideration for the Hall of Fame, I would say. In addition to Honey Badger, Mike Williams retired. Obviously not a Hall of Famer, but good career for Mike out in Los Angeles and I think San Diego as well. Who else retired? Ndamukong Suh, legend, probably a Hall of Famer. He's a Super Bowl champion. He was a legend, a stalwart of the Detroit Lions defense for maybe a decade. I don't even know how long. But yeah, Ndamukong Suh, obviously his claim to fame was attempting to stomp on Packer legend Evan Dietrich Smith's nuts. I thought it was TJ Lang. I went back and found the clip. It was Evan Dietrich Smith, and he didn't stomp on his nuts. He stomped on his arm, but it was close. You know, that play before he even stomped on him. He like took this Packers O lineman, Evan Dietrich Smith, now known as Evan Smith, formerly Evan Dietrich Smith, but he like bounced his helmet off the ground like 3 times, very intentionally. After the play was over, it was incomplete attempt to Donald Driver, but yeah, that's your legacy in Ndamukong Suh was stomping on a Packers legend. Okay, well, let's not. Okay, obviously Evan Dietrich Smith's not a Packers legend. That's a joke and a bad one at that. Who else retired was Rafael Nadal, tennis legend. Okay, he is guaranteed Hall of Famer. That one I can tell you for sure. As is Phillip Rivers. I think Phillip Rivers is also a Hall of Famer. He apparently retired, which is weird because I thought Phillip Rivers retired like 3 years ago after he played for the Colts. But I think what he did was he officially retired a Charger. But yeah, I don't know. Did Larry Fitzgerald ever retire? I don't know if he officially did. I don't think he's played in over 5 years. He should be Fitz should be eligible for the Hall of Fame, but he's probably not because he never announced it. Larry Fitz did the Tim Duncan. He actually went one further than the Tim Duncan. Tim Duncan just, press release. I don't need any flowers. Just tell him I'm retired. I'm not coming back. What's his face? Who the hell am I talking about? I lost my train of thought. Philip. What am I talking about? I'm going to cut here. Oh, yeah. Larry Fitzgerald. Oh, my gosh, dude. My brain just started buffering there. I was just sitting there in silence for a couple seconds. But yeah, Larry Fitzgerald went one further than the Tim Duncan by not even releasing a press release, just not even telling anyone he retired. But yeah, Hall of Famer Larry Fitz. Why am I talking about Larry Fitz? He didn't retire recently. I'm just asking if he did. He already did. But Honey Badger, I think Hall of Famer. Ndamukong Suh, I think Hall of Famer. Phillip Rivers, Hall of Famer. Nadal, Hall of Famer. Mike Williams, you were good. You were solid. Okay. Let's get into my next question. Who's the most overpaid? So there were a number of usually this question is an overused question on my show, which is who got paid. I could have asked that, but I was tired of doing it. So now I'm resorting to negativity. Negativity sells on the internet. People are a lot more interested in it. It's clickbait, and people are way more likely to scroll past your video if it's a positive video. If it's a negative video, they might stick around and see what's that negativity. So here's some negativity for you, and I'll give you guys a ranking of who's the most overpaid. Here's my official ranking of the most overpaid players who signed an extension between now and my last show. Long-winded title there. Number 1, Chet Holmgren. He signed a fully guaranteed 5-year maximum rookie contract extension that could reach $250 million. Okay, that's an oxymoron. It's not fully guaranteed if it could reach $250 million. But yeah, most overpaid in my opinion, not because of his talent, but because of his durability. He was very durable last year. I don't think he missed too many games, but if I remember correctly, he missed his entire rookie season. So I don't know. I'm not hating on Chet. He's one of the best all-around players in the league. He's a unicorn, He's even more of a unicorn than the unicorn Kristaps Porzingis is. He can defend. He can score in the post. He can shoot threes. Just an all-around great player. I don't know if he'll stay if he'll stay durable throughout the duration of this 5-year contract, which is why I think $250 million could be a little pricey. But if he stays healthy, I'm willing to eat my words there. Number 2 most overpaid, Ryan Poles. Chicago agreed to a contract extension tying him to Chicago for the next 5 years through 2029. He had 2 years left on his old deal, but now the Bears have him and new coach Ben Johnson both under contract for a matching 5 seasons. So I guess that was kind of the idea there, as the Bears have constantly have this problem with their GM and their coach aren't in alignment. They'll fire their coach before they fire their GM or vice versa. So you don't get a GM that hired the coach. You get a GM who's stuck with this coach, Matt Eberflus. But yeah, I don't know the details of Ryan Poles' extension, but I'm going to go ahead and call him overpaid here just because he's on the Bears and he drafted a potential bust in Caleb Williams. I don't know. I'm just talking shit to all the Bears fans out there. I don't think Caleb Williams is a bust. I think he just underwhelmed a little bit year 1. I think he's going to be very good with Ben Johnson. I think Bears will be better than the Vikings this year, but I don't think that's saying a whole lot as J.J. McCarthy gears up for his first NFL season. Back to the list, number 3, Devin Booker. He agreed to a 2-year, $145 million maximum contract extension. Ties him to the franchise through the 29-30 season. 2030. That's going to be a crazy year. But yeah, apparently the highest annual extension salary in NBA history. Yeah, I guess that's $72.5 million. That's a lot of cheese. Booker's a great player, but I don't know. The Phoenix Suns kind of got themselves into a quagmire with that Bradley Beal contract, with the Kevin Durant, Beal, and Booker big 3 not working out. So I don't know. I don't understand shelling out some more money here, but I guess they're going to stick with plan A, that, the same plan they've had for the last, 7 years, build around Booker. Great player. Just don't have a lot of confidence in the Phoenix Suns here. So he's number 3 on the list. Number 4 on the list is also on the Oklahoma City Thunder. Of course, Chet was 1 on this list, but Jalen Williams, he agreed to a 5-year maximum rookie contract extension that could be worth up to $287 million. Again, great player, great all-around player, defense, offense, dunking, shooting. But $287 million, that's a lot of money to pay your number 2 guy. So, I mean, I guess that's kind of what the Boston Celtics had to do with Jaylen Brown and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. You give Tatum X million and you give Brown, X minus 10, 20 million. It's exactly what the Thunder did here. But now they have their big 3 inked for the next, 5 to 7 years, something like that. They'll have Shai, Jalen, and Chet, barring any crazy trades here for Giannis Antetokounmpo. I'm getting off topic, but crazy contracts for these guys. The Thunder big 3 could make up to $822 million over the course of their contracts, and that's 5 years worth of money. $822 million. Almost as much as Juan Soto will make. No, that's a little more. But Back to the list. Number 5, Paolo Banchero, 5-year extension worth $287 million. I put him slightly below Jalen Williams. He's slightly less overpaid than Jalen Williams because he's not the Robin, he's the Batman. So of course Orlando has to pay their guy. It does include a player option. Apparently this is the first maximum contract. It's the first rookie contract that includes a player option since Luka Doncic or Trae Young. Sorry, that was a dumb detail. Didn't need to get into it. Let me get back to the list because holy shit, this show is already running long. Number 6, Garrett Wilson, 4 years, $130 million. I think he's worth it. Just, I don't know if he's really lived up to the hype yet. Someone who's slightly more worth it and got paid about $10 million less, which is why I think he's less overpaid, is Sauce Gardner. The Jets also signed this guy, 4 years, $120 million. That's good for $30 million a year. And shout out Vayner Sports. You guys know I'm a big Gary Vaynerchuk guy. His agent, AJV, a.k.a. Gary V's brother, and Vayner Sports negotiated that deal. Number 8 on the list is Trey Smith. The Chiefs were thinking about franchise tagging him. Instead, they're signing him to a 4-year, $94 million deal, $70 million guaranteed. This makes him the highest paid guard in NFL history. So maybe he's a little too low on this most overpaid list, but I don't know. I just think you got to protect your quarterback. What do you got? Another 10 years left on Mahomes' contract? He signed a 15-year contract at some point. So no, I don't think this guy's overpaid. I think you got to spend a lot of money up front and, keep the money in Mahomes healthy. So good deal there for the Chiefs, getting one of their O-linemen inked. And the least overpaid on this list, I don't even think he should be on the list, but that would be TJ Watt. I actually think TJ Watt is underpaid, but I'm saying that as he becomes the highest paid non-quarterback in NFL history. This is the second time he's done that, but he reached agreement on a 3-year, $123 million extension, includes 108 fully guaranteed at signing. Does that mean he gets a $100 million contract bonus, like up front? They got to give him $100 million. That's absurd. But again, he's worth the money. Best defensive player in the NFL, bar none, except for, maybe Myles Garrett. $41 million per year is the highest of any non-quarterback in NFL history. So maybe he does belong on the overpaid list. But no, I think I'm surprised the Steelers didn't pay him more. I guess they paid him the lowest amount they could, which was a record-setting contract. All right, that's most of the housekeeping stuff. So I'll get to my last question of the day. Can LA win it all? No, absolutely not. Los Angeles is not going to win it all, despite the fact that 3-time All-Star Bradley Beal agreed to a contract buyout with the Suns and plans to join the Los Angeles Clippers on a 2-year, $11 million deal. What a contract. What a deal. That is a steal. I've been vocal on this show about how Bradley Beal kind of robbed the Suns, kind of tanked their future a little bit, but 2 years and $11 million, $5.5 million a year for Bradley Beal is an absolute steal. But in addition to that, the Clippers made some other moves. They signed their boy, Chris Paul, CP3. He signs a 1-year, $3.6 million contract. The unction. We got the unction here. We got maybe one of the older teams in the NBA with CP3, Harden, Kawhi, Bradley Beal. In addition to that, they agreed to a 3-team trade. They actually sent their man Norman Powell to Miami. John Collins is who they got in return. And then Kevin Love, Kyle Anderson, and a Clippers second-round pick went to the Jazz. Jazz, please buy out my man Kevin Love. Do not make Kevin Love stick around in Utah. He would hate it there. Actually, I take it back. I'm a Utah Jazz fan. I forgot. I think I talked about that last show. I am a Utah Jazz fan because of John Tanjay. Please have him make the team as well, Jazz, if you're listening. But no, I do not think LA can win it all to answer that question. But you know who I do think can win it all? LA. The Los Angeles Lakers, motherfucker. And that's $1 for the F-bomb jar. Only got a 20 there, but we got a Post-it note right here. I will clean that up at some point. But yes, the Los Angeles Lakers, they can win it all, just not the Clippers. And that's, of course, because the Lakers signed DeAndre Ayton to a 2-year deal, $16 million. Good deal. $8 million a year. Apparently, he's making $34 million this season. I believe that's because the Trailblazers are paying a portion of his salary after they bought him out. But yeah, I saw that Ayton move, and that was my first thought. The Lakers are winning the championship, and I'm going to stick with that thought and stick with that take. The Lakers are winning it all. So that's my NBA Finals pick preview for a couple months from now. But in addition to Ayton, the Lakers also signed Marcus Smart. The Washington Wizards agreed to a contract buyout with him, and he signed a 2-year, $11 million deal with the Lakers after clearing waivers. Most people wouldn't think DeAndre Ayton and Marcus Smart are going to make enough of a difference to lead the Lakers to a championship, but I do. And I'm a Lakers fan, and I'm delusional, but every once in a while, I'm right. I was right in 2020 when they won the bubble. Every other year LeBron has been on the Lakers, I have been wrong. But not this time. Marcus Smart and DeAndre Ayton will get us over that hump. Lakers are winning it all. How many times do I have to say it? Let's get to first-year interruption. The last couple shows did not have a first-year interruption, a.k.a. FYI. And most of the Wisconsin residents today are not going to like this first-year interruption because this is a first-year interruption with their boy, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Is it Antetokounmpo or Antetokounmpo? Who knows how to pronounce it? We don't speak Greek here. We speak American. But yeah, here's a clip of Giannis Antetokounmpo chatting with a celebrity in iShowSpeed. It's funny to call him a celebrity because I don't think the king knows who iShowSpeed is. Popular, he's internet celebrity. We'll say that. One of the best streamer in the game. Either him or Sanat. Who knows? But yeah, Giannis, he was seen on stream with iShowSpeed chatting about his future. And yeah, Bucks fans, look away. Here's first-year interruption with Giannis Antetokounmpo.
The tax is bad. New York tax is bad.
Yeah.
Hell no. Nah.
A lot of people tried to convince me to go and play there and stuff.
Oh, no.
Nah.
So you staying in Milwaukee?
Probably. We'll see. See. Probably. I love Milwaukee.
Oh boy, that little cough from iShowSpeed there, I think, kind of says it all. Yes, Giannis, are you staying in Milwaukee? And Giannis said, probably. Not confident at all. And what makes it worse is just the ending part where Giannis says, yeah, I love Milwaukee. He looked so sad when he said, I love Milwaukee, and he just looked down. I don't know. I mean, that means it does. The clip does mean that Giannis is probably staying, but to me, it means he's gone because Giannis it looked like he didn't want to say it. But yeah, his facial expressions told a different story than his words did, and his tone of voice. Probably staying in Milwaukee, but yeah, he doesn't seem very confident about it. And yeah, he looked really sad when he said, I love Milwaukee. He just kind of stared out into the abyss as he said, I love Milwaukee. Yeah, I'm probably staying. Yeah, tough video for the Bucks there. I'm probably overreacting here. I hope. Again, not a Bucks fan, but I want Giannis to stay in Milwaukee. And you should, Giannis, because help is on the way. Don't worry, Giannis. Help is on the way. We do have some help coming to Milwaukee. If you didn't hear, Cole Anthony, he agreed to a contract buyout with the Grizzlies, and he signed with the Milwaukee Bucks after clearing waivers. I don't have the details on the monies here, but yeah, good for Cole Anthony. Got traded to the Grizzlies in that crazy Desmond Bane trade that included 4 first-rounders, but I really like this ad for Milwaukee. Cole is another guard who can score, and yeah, that's what they're going to need. They need scorers in Milwaukee. You can't just rely on Giannis to put 30 points up every single night if you want to win a championship. But the East is weak, and Giannis is probably staying. So the Bucks probably, I would say, make it out of round 1 this year. I got to stop talking shit. But yeah, Giannis, if you somehow hear this, please stay in Milwaukee. We would love to have you stay, probably, unless Jalen Williams and a couple first-round picks comes Milwaukee's way, in which case they will probably trade you. But let's keep this show moving. This mega show number 5. Technically, I missed 3 weeks, so I should have 30 moments for you guys, but I don't. I have 20. So these are the top 20 Goosebump moments of the weeks. Yeah. Everyone's favorite moment of the weeks. The Goosebump moments of the weeks. So starting off at number 20, we have the Anaheim Angels. Just kidding. The Los Angeles Angels winning it on a walk-off walk.
On 3 and 2. It's ball 4. Saying goodnight to the Rangers. The Angels walk it off, literally.
Number 19, Brooks Lee with the walk-off bunt. The walk-off bunt.
Diaz, that's a fair ball. Buxton scores, and the Twins squeeze their way to another walk-off win.
Number 18, the Phillies walk it off on a catcher's interference?
That's a good question.
What?
Yeah, it hit the glove, there's no doubt.
What happened?
The call in the field is overturned. There is catcher's interference.
Wow!
That was awarded
The
first
Phillies
base.
have wanted a catcher's interference.
Tag your bags.
Baseball is amazing.
Number 17, Tyler Soderstrom drives in the winning run in the 11th inning for Oakland. Yes, Oakland. Number 16, Zach Shorts ends it in the 11th for the Astros. Short, excuse me.
And Zach Short takes the Astros to the finish line.
Number 15, Jake Cronenworth with a bloop walk-off in 10.
Works on the 4th. Padres walk it off.
Number 14, Zach Neto walks it off on his bobblehead night.
Let's see. Oh, yeah. It gets past. Neto walks it off. Angels win on his bobblehead night. No.
Number 13, Travis d'Arnaud wins it in the 9th for the Angels.
That's a base hit. Hoppy scores, and the Angels walk off the Diamondbacks tonight.
Number 12, Nick, the Big Amish Kurtz, rips his 4th home run of the night.
What a magical night for the Big Amish. Smooth as butter, baby. Churn it up. Chance to do it again.
Number 11, Cole Young rips an 11th inning walk-off for Seattle.
That is the ball game. It is over in the 11th. Cole Young, the hero.
Number 10, Freddie Freeman walks it off with the bases loaded.
Lines about left field. Bader can't get it, and the Dodgers win. Shades of October.
Number 9, Freddie Freeman walks it off again. Another one.
Base hit to right. Ohtani around third. He comes to the plate. Dodgers win.
Number 8, Caleb Durbin completes the comeback for the Crew with a walk-off.
And the Brewers win in walk-off style. What a comeback.
Number 7, Jackson Churio hits his first career walk-off to sweep the Dodgers.
Ball
Number 6, Nick Lofton rips a walk-off single into center. Royals win.
And down, and Nick Lofton wins it in the bottom of the ninth.
Number 5, Nick Lofton rips yet another walk-off. Okay.
In this homestand.
Lofton over Mauricio, base hit. Here comes Tolbert, flying around third. The throw, the dive, he's safe. The Royals win it.
Bader leads
Number
off. He's
4,
already
Harrison
homers
Bader
twice
walks it
today.
off on
He's
his
signed on
second
his
homer of the night.
Smacks it to left and deep. Back it goes. Ball game. Harrison Bader, a multi-homer game. Hits a walk-off line drive laser to left. Twins win. Twins win on July 4th. It's a walk-off Twins win.
He lights the fuse. The fireworks explode.
Number 3, Kyle Stowers demolishes a 10th inning walk-off dinger.
In the air, right field and deep. Frazier's going back at the wall. Unconscious. Stowers with the winner coming out of the break.
Number 2, Seidan Rafaela murders a moonshot walk-off homer for the Red Sox. Look at where this ball ends up.
He killed it. It is out of here. It's gone. Seidan does it. The Sox win it. They walk it off against Tampa Bay. Are you kidding me?
Number 1 moment of the week, Patrick Bailey with a walk-off inside the park home run. Absolutely love my favorite play in that one. The walk-off catcher's interference was dope as hell, but that Seidan Rafaela walk-off, that moonshot, I'm pretty sure that ball left Fenway Park. But yeah, I was debating a little bit whether to put Seidan or Patrick Bailey number 1, but you got to put Patrick Bailey number 1. It's not every day you see a walk-off inside the park homer. And shout out to that Giants announcer. He lost his voice by the end of it. He's known for, he has his typical call of "this game is over." He uses that one a lot. And by the end of that walk-off home run, he had no voice left after that inside the park home run, just ending that call. "This game is over." He gave it every single ounce of energy he had left in his vocal cords to complete that call. But yeah, some great goosebump moments of the week. There's those top 20 of the weeks. We will be back next week. I'm going up north, so it might be a little over a week. What? Damn, why am I making... See, I already made a sweeping declaration earlier about how I'm never going to miss it again. I'm going to be more consistent, though. That's my sweeping declaration. Let's finish out the show here because the Brewer game is about to tee off. How do you start a Brewers game? First pitch is about to be in the Brewers game, and Sal Frelick's back, and I want to watch that because the Brewers, best team in baseball. Can I say that? Is that allowed? Are we ranked number 1? We're for damn sure up there. But let's finish out the show with our game of the week. I'd put a Brewers-Marlins game, but there's a much bigger game tomorrow, which is the Chicago Sky against the Indiana Fever. Now, Caitlin Clark is out. She's injured. She will not be playing this game. But this game will still be played in prime time at 2 p.m., and it will be on nationally televised television on ABC. But yeah, regardless of whether Clark plays or not, she won't. I still think the Fever are going to win this game. Since I wrote this, the betting line hasn't come out yet. But I'm thinking of either taking Fever money line or Fever spread. Fever spread only if they're favored. But yeah, I don't know. I think in the absence of Caitlin Clark, Kelsey Mitchell, Alea Boston, and Sophie Cunningham, I think they'll be able to hold it down for Indiana. Plus, they have lost four games here, but this is a rivalry game, and I think the sheer presence of Caitlin Clark's aura on the sideline gives them a leg up in this contest. So yes, I am hammering the Fever money line or spread if they're favored, because there's no amount of Angel Reese Mebounds TM that can overcome the aura of an injured Caitlin Clark on the sideline.